What's new, everybody? It's your boy Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle 350 mil global download celebration information and coverage. I'm a little bit late, like a whole 2 days late, but I spent a lot of time over the weekend with the wife. Enjoyed that. We had a good time. Went out and did a lot of things over the weekend, so that's why I'm a little behind on everything. I have summoned on the Goku banner, as you've seen on the channel. There are some summons up. I also happened to summon off-screen, and yes, I did in fact get the Goku off-screen. I did a YOLO multi when we got the 60 Dragon Stones, and I happened to get him. I have not gotten the Frieza, so expect a lot of Frieza summons coming forward towards the channel, but I'm just going to jump right in and start going over what my plan is today. My plan today is to cover what you should get with your red coins from my recommendations alone, not from what anybody else says. These are my personal recommendations. The Goku banner is loaded, and so is the Frieza banner. We're going to go over both individually. We're going to start with the Goku, then work our way to the Frieza. Alright, so let's jump right into the first unit that's available with red coins, and that is not Tales of Vesperia. It is the Power and Knowledge Obtained Majin Buu Gotenks. When this card, we're only going to go over their SSRs. We're not going over their full TURs, or LRs, I'm sorry. But we're just going to break them down just a little bit and go over why I think each one's better than certain ones and which ones I would grab. If you don't have the Buu tanks, this guy is definitely one of the ones you'd want to get. He has two really good categories that cover a lot of challenges. The Power Absorption is a nice category that you need to beat the LR or Legendary GT Goku event, which that's one of the categories you need. And this unit is actually pretty fantastic for that event. He stacks defense on his super attack as an LR with his 18 key, and he still raises attack on his 12 key. So he's really good. And when he transforms, he actually, you know what? I'll do this. I'll just go over the LR stats as well for each of the units. Alright. His stats as an LR are pretty fantastic. I have mine at 69% right now. Mine's not close to this. Mine's about here-ish, a little higher than that. His passive is really good, in my opinion. The attack and defense of 120 plus the key, plus an additional key +1 per type key sphere obtained. So any key except for Rainbow, you get an additional, you get 2 key from. He recovers 12 HP at the start of every turn, no matter when he's out there, and he has a 30% chance of launching an additional super, which I've had that happen quite a few times. And since he's physical, he has the built-in super additional anyway. When he transforms into Ultimate Gohan, he loses a little bit of his HP recovery, gains 30% defense, and launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, same as prior. Same amount of key per key sphere obtained, 2, and he gets 5 key for the first 5 turns that he's out, and seals the enemy super attack for 5 turns, once only when he comes out. But in longer events, that doesn't really help because you can't seal at a certain point. We're on to the Gohan now, which this unit is really good. I see a lot of people hating on this unit because he's been on too many banners, but this unit is still fantastic. Like me, personally, I just finally 100%ed him 3 years later, 2 or 3 years later. So I finally got my 100% copy today. I actually pulled an extra, so I don't really have a need for that extra, but I did finally get him 2 years later. Came out in 2019, and I just finished him in August of 2021, so that tells you a lot. He's really good. He's the leader of a really good Kamehameha category that is actually, I think, kind of undervalued. A lot of people, I don't see a lot of people talking about the Kamehameha category as a whole. I see more of them talking about like Realm of Gods, Goku's Family, the 2 new categories that dropped. Like, they don't cover Kamehameha anymore. Final Trump Card, Patara, Fusion are really covered a lot. I don't see the words covering like Kamehameha and people saying, yeah, that's a fantastic category, because it is. It's really, really strong. He stacks defense on both of his super attacks, which right there, that's amazing in general. His passive is attack and defense 100%, key +1 plus an additional attack and defense of 10% up to 5 key and 10% defense. So after after 7 turns, because you gotta get the full 70, he's at 5 key, 170% attack and defense, plus he's stacking defense that whole time. And his stats are really good, actually, at 100 or 55%. So I can't really knock on the character at all. The only thing you can really knock on is his transformation option, which I'm not even going to go over because that's disappointing. But you need to have an Android 16 on the team or an Android enemy or ally to get the transformation to this Gohan, which at this point it's the same as the Intellect Gohan, and if you know what that is, he's not that great. Do I recommend grabbing him or the Buu tanks? Depends on what you're looking for. If you have this unit, I wouldn't go for a dupe because he's been on so many banners. You probably have at least 1 or 2 dupes into him already. Let me word this way. Any unit you don't have that's an LR, instantly get. If you're done with summoning, that is. Like for this unit here, if you don't have him because you haven't been playing at all, and for some odd reason you haven't pulled this card, you might want to get them. They're still pretty good. For being 3 years old, they're still pretty good. Attack and defense 120 at start of turn, key +2 per rainbow key spheres, and when they transform into Super Vegeta, they're not bad. Really, they're not bad. Built-in counters, raises attack on allies' attack by 30% on Ultra Super. I mean, it's still a good unit. Would I grab them? Probably not. Out of the options available, I wouldn't grab these guys, no. But if you don't have them and you want them, yeah, then go ahead and get them. These guys aren't really anything to write home about. They're good, but they're not great anymore. Alright, you've got the Brimming with Courage Super Saiyan Goku GT, which I actually just got him for the first time during these summons. So he's really good. I enjoy using him. The little bit I have used him. Even at 100 or 55%, he's still really good. This is what I have him at. He greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. So he's an attack stacker for 99 turns and defense for 1 turn. I think that's what that's going to say right here. Oh, no, it's only for 1 turn. I'm sorry. He stacks him for 1 turn, but his attack goes up by 50%. I read that wrong. That's my apologies. He's a leader of the GT Heroes or Goku's family, so 2 really decent categories. The GT Heroes covers a lot. It covers every Super Saiyan 4, Goku, Vegeta, Full Power Frieza. What? Why did I say Full Power Frieza? I don't know. I must be tired. He covers Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, things like that. This new unit, the Vegeta on the other side, I'd ignore the fact that I said Super Saiyan 4 or Full Power Frieza. I don't know where that came from, honestly. I think it's because I was looking at my phone. His passive is attack and defense. Attack 180%, defense 120%. Randomly change the key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, plus an additional attack 20% when performing super attack per key sphere obtained. So if you can give him 5 key spheres, he gets an additional 100%. But if it branches off and you end up with like 12, you get 12 times or 220, 240, something like that, % buff to his attack. And he gets an additional 50% defense per GT category ally attacking in the same turn. So if you build a GT Heroes team, he's gonna tank. He's gonna tank because he stacks his defense for 1 turn, and he can do additionals. He's built in. He's really good to grab if you do not have him, but I wouldn't recommend it right now. Keep summoning first. Bardock's been around forever. Again, same as the other units. I'm going to leave his stuff on screen. I'm just going to do a little cover of him. His leader skill sucks. He doesn't have anybody that's useful on either one of those teams. I don't like the Revenge team. I don't like the low-class Warrior team. Neither one is really good. He stacks defense, which is great. The teams he fits on are fantastic, like Powerful Comeback, Miraculous Awakening, Super Saiyans, Goku's Family, Pure Saiyans. He has a lot of good categories he can fit on. Legendary Existence, the new one. Attack and defense 120, plus additional attack 10% per low-class warrior category ally on the team. That never fucking goes off for me, pardon the language, but that never goes off because I don't run a low-class warrior team, so that's pointless. And attacks effective against all types when there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. So, I mean, he's good. Stats are fine. I don't like him that much anymore. He's kind of worn off on me. He's still really good, but I wouldn't get him with your great coins. This Goku now is still really good. Your goal is not to pull this to get this guy onto the field. Your goal is to get this guy. So I'm not going to go over this Goku. You can see it on screen. I'll leave it up for a second so you guys can read it. And you all know who it is at this point. This is the Goku you want. You want to get this transformation to happen. I wish his transformation mechanic was slightly different, but because it has to be 70% HP or below to transform into this. He's a Super Saiyans or Planet Namek Saga, category key 3, HP 130, attack and defense 170. He raises defense on his super, which is amazing for long-term events, especially if you can get him to transform early on. His attack and defense of 80% and attack plus 59% for the rest of the battle after receiving an attack. He really needs an easy A to kind of buff those numbers up a little bit. If they could buff his base attack and defense to like 100 or 120 and then just leave the attack and defense at 59% there, maybe increase this from medium to high chance of guard, and that's really all I could say add. Maybe adjust the way how you transform from 70% to like maybe 80 or 90%, something like that. But his stats are really good. Again, when you can get him to transform and he starts stacking defense by 30% infinitely, it's really good. His categories are ridiculous. Planet Namek, Pure Saiyans, Transformation Boost, Family, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, Pure Powerful Comeback, Miraculous Awakening, Legendary Existence. He's got amazing teams to fit on. There's no reason I wouldn't say grab him if you didn't have. If you don't have him and you're done summoning, he's a good unit you could pick up too. He's getting an easy A. We all know about him. He's right now he's garbage. If you ask me for my opinion right now, right here, this Goku is garbage. Extreme Z Awakening Goku, which actually I'm going to go over in another video here because I got to break that down shortly, but this Goku here is garbage. He stacks attack and defense, but he loses defense as he progresses. So when he goes from base to that, he has no defense, but he keeps damage reduction. His stats are good, but if you want my opinion on him, watch the video I'm going to be coming up with next. It will be covering his EZA. This guy is not helpful anymore. He's good if you need a youth category lead, but I would not spend the money to spend the coins on him because he's been around so much. DB Saga is not useful right now, and neither is youth category. There's not really too much I would cover on him. All right, on to the Frieza. We're going to kind of speed through this one because it took me a lot longer to cover the ones I didn't mean to. I took a little too much time. All right, the Goku and Vegeta. This unit is absolutely fantastic. You do not have them, I recommend grabbing them. They stack attack and defense for one turn. They have a medium chance of launching an additional attack, which I've noticed, I think that's more like 60%, because I'm getting at least 2 supers from them every turn. They have 30% damage reduction on top of their defense of 120, plus they're launching 2 super attacks, which are attacking defense of 30%. So mine's at 55%, and mine's tanking hits for double digits most of the time. Their transformation is still, again, really good. They stack attack and defense. They have attacking defense of 150, medium chance of performing a critical hit, which is a built-in 30% critical hit ability. Counters normal attacks with tremendous power, key +1 per key sphere obtained, and he can see enemy super attacks for 10 turns plus key of 5. Really good stats, a lot of good categories for this team. Majin Buu Saga, Potara, Pure Saiyans, Join Forces, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, and Battle of Wits. They are the Battle of Wits and Majin Buu Saga category key 3, HP attack and HP 130, attack and defense 170 lead. Really good unit. Don't have them. If you don't have them, grab them. Again, this cell has been around for a while. Mine's still at 90%. He's really good in his own right. The only issue I have with him is the fact that he greatly stacks attack for one turn on his Ultra Super, but nothing on his normal Super, which I wish they would have done something with. His evolution condition kind of sucks because it's very seldom you get that low, unless if you're purposefully trying to because you want to like preserve a healing item. He fits on a lot of really good categories: Resurrected Warriors, Androids, Time Travelers, Artificial Life Forms, Cell Saga, Kamehameha, Goku Revenge, Miraculous Awakening, Sworn Enemies. Really good unit for category wise. When he transforms, he's kind of okay. I don't like the attack and defense 20% with 4 more key spheres obtained, plus an additional attack and defense of 20 with 6 or more, and I don't like the attack of 20% with 8 or more key spheres obtained. So to get his full like attack and defense of 20, 40, 60, 180 and 160 defense, you need to give him 8 key spheres every turn to get that maxed out, and he still doesn't stack anything. So I really don't like it as much. He's got this active skill here, which is alright, but again, if you don't have these units, I would summon until you're completely done, until you say, you know what, I'm done for him, I'm going to save for part 2, then I would say grab whatever unit you want. If you don't have this guy, he's not bad for the team, and he has a really good leader skill, which is Android/Cell Saga, key 4, HP attack 150, defense 170, and he's an extreme intellect lead of 120, which is still really good. Forgot to mention the Agl Gohan is super AGL 120 as well. These guys are the same as the Vegeta. They're not great. I mean, they're good, but they're not great anymore. Will they pass on a lot of teams? Yeah. I mean, they'll hold their own on certain teams. They raise attack for one turn on their super. I did not know that, honestly. I forgot about that they do that thing on their Ultra Super. But again, they're no different than the Vegeta. They just have attacks effective against all types, and they don't, instead of countering, and they don't raise allies attack plus 30% on supers at a fusion category lead, whereas the Vegeta was a Potara lead. Fusion category key 3, HP attack 170, defense 130. Pretty good unit. If you don't have them and you're absolutely done summoning and you want them, they're not a bad grab. They're very helpful for a lot of teams, as you can see down here. They fit Pure Saiyans now, Fusion, Joint Forces. They fit Movie Hero, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Powerful Comeback, Time Limit, which is the new category we don't have yet, and Final Trump Card. Otherworld Warriors is actually getting pretty good now too. This Vegeta is the same as the Goku. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rushing, because I'm just trying to get this across. You guys don't have to sit here for like 30 minutes listening to me ramble on. This Vegeta is the same as the Goku, just the Vegeta side of it. He's the counter of it. He's Intellect, GT Heroes, Key 3, 170, Vegeta's Family, Key 3, 150. Again, greatly raises attack and defense for one turn. Its super attack is Gallet Gun, attack plus 180, defense 120. Same exact thing for the Goku, but instead of the Goku getting 20% per attack, this Vegeta gets 10% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, and he gains an additional 50 attack per GT Heroes category on attacking the same turn. They also both have an active skill, which I didn't cover. The Goku has All-Out Kamehameha, and he has a Unrelenting Final Shine attack. Stats are really good. I don't have him personally. Personally, I'm trying to get him on the Frieza banner. If I don't get him before the banner goes away, I will be grabbing him with red coins, because he's the one unit I do not have on this banner. I completely, other than the 2 new ones, I mean, he's the one unit I completely don't have. Conqueror of the Universe Cooler, I have him 100%. He is a complete beast. 2 really good categories that needed a new leader, and he takes over and just runs with it. Attack and defense 100%. Transformation. I don't like the way his passive works with the facing 1 enemy. Transformation boost gets the buff. Facing 2 enemies, Terrifying Conquerors gets the buff. Passive, I'm not a fan of that too much, honestly. But when he transforms, his stats are really good. He keys 3, attack and defense 180%. Launch an additional attack, has a medium chance of becoming a super attack. Performs a critical hit when there's a pure or hybrid Saiyans category enemy. So he's guaranteed crit against any event with Goku. Really any Saiyan and Hyper Saiyan in the thing. It literally goes over it in the description, but he's guaranteed a critical hit and has a medium chance of launching an additional attack, which is a 30%, plus he stacks attack on every super. So if he does 2 supers a turn plus the 180, you're getting guaranteed crits. He's going to hit hard, and he's going to hit hard fast. It's not going to take him long to build it up, plus if you have the proper team built around him, utilizing these link skills, he's going to do fine. He fits on movie bosses, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Conquerors, Target Goku, Trump Cards, Space Traveling Warriors, and Planetary Destruction. If you don't have him, out of all of the non-LR units, he is up there with ones I would say to grab, honestly. He's probably the top one I would say to grab, next to the 2 GT Goku and Vegetas that are there now. If he's not number 2 or number 3, he's right there with number 4, which would be the other one. This guy, I would fit right next to him. He's really good as well. But let's go back and finish this guy up. He's really good, great stats. His active skill doesn't take a lot to transform. 3rd turn, if there's a pure Hybrid Saiyan, which you'll get 9 times out of 10. And the 6th turn, you have to wait a little bit if you're facing 1 enemy, which, again, not hard. Most events cover that. This Cooler, I do not recommend grabbing. Wicked Bloodline's really good, but he doesn't have any redeeming qualities. His stats are really low for a Dokkan Fest unit. They built it, I think, around his passive or his leader skill being really good, which it is. 170 is fantastic, but his stats are really low. Attack and defense plus 80% is great. He stacks his attack with each attack received up to 70%, so he's 150 attack. I mean that's fine. 150 attack, 80% defense is good, but his attack and defense stats are way too low for me to say that's fantastic. I wouldn't grab him, but if he gets hit, you recover 7% HP. And he, of course, appears when he's below 50% HP or less, which he transforms into this. And then at this point, it's just, you know how this works. Fits on a lot of good categories. Corroded Body and Mind, Power Absorption, Revenge, Target Goku, Terrifying Conquerors, Artificial Life Form, Wicked Bloodline, Move Bosses, Giant Form, Resurrected Warriors. I wouldn't grab him unless if you absolutely don't have him and you want to run the Wicked Bloodline team. This Frieza is fantastic, especially due to the anniversary we just got. He's Resurrected Warriors, Otherworld Warriors, 150, HP attack and defense key 4. He stacks defense infinitely in this form. He does have a golden Frieza transformation, which I'll go over a little bit. Attack and defense 100%, plus an additional attack and defense of 50% for 5 turns, and a medium chance of evading enemies' super attack, or attack, including supers, after he gets hit. So he gets a built-in dodge, built-in 30% dodge after he takes a hit, and he builds up attack and defense for 50% when he's hit. And he also stacks his, like I said, he stacks his defense infinitely. So if he supers, then gets hit, he gets 30% defense plus 50% defense. And then the person that he attacked, if they allow it, not all stages allow the defense and attack and defense lowering, drops by 30%. So you're probably getting about 100% buff overall from all of those activating. Super attack, defense buff, offensive negation. Pretty decent stats. I'm running mine at 50% right now, and I like the unit. I've got no issues with it. I have no complaints. He fits on Resurrected Warriors, Universe Survival Saga, Rep 7, Transformation Boost, Full Power, Wicked Bloodline, Otherworld Warriors, Gifted Warriors, Time Limit, Attained Evolution, and Sworn Enemies. The reason why this unit is fantastic right now is due to the Universe Survival Saga and Rep 7 teams. We just buffed up a lot with the Universe 6th anniversary. Celebration, he fits, again, Tournament of Power, so that'll buff him a lot. He fits on a fantastic, he fits on a lot of fantastic teams. Whoops, nope. Golden Frieza, he stacked attack for 1 turn, attack and defense 120 plus initial attack of 80%, and create stance stunning the enemy when performing a super attack, which that's, I mean, he gets 200% stats, and his defense will carry over if you, like, stack, let's say, 10 supers on this for some reason, if you're in a Legendary Goku event, and then you want to transform just for the end stage. He will keep his defense, and then he'll get additional 200% when performing a super attack. And if he goes below half health, he reduces damage by 50%. Pretty good unit. Again, another one of those, if you don't have the card, grab it. But, again, put in the order of, like, number 1 would be the Goku, 2 be the Vegeta, 3 be the Cell, or not the Cell, the Cooler, and then him for 4. And then we have the final card, which just got his EZA. I forgot about him. I actually redact what I just said. He is number 1 because we do have his EZA in the game, so you can no longer look at this and say this is what you go by. I go by this now. Now that he's got his Extreme Z Awakening, this man is a complete monster. I used to hate running this unit because he would lose defense every turn, and he would get weaker and weaker and weaker as you progress. But I'm going to go over his final form. He stacks attack and defense all the way up to his final form, by the way, 20% all the way through to the end. And then even on his final form, he stacks it for 1 turn, which is 30% on top of all the previous. So if you do a super in every turn, 1, 2, 3, 4 supers, and at this point he's still stacking, he gets attack and defense only for the singular turn that he supers out, but you could do 2 supers per turn, and that's good enough. Attack and defense 150%. Gets Key 3 plus an additional 50% attack when attacking a super class enemy, which there's more of them than there is extreme class enemies. Recovers 15% HP at the start of every turn that he's out there. Key 12 and it performs critical hit for the first turn he transforms. A lot of good categories. I'm not going to go over them all. His stats, fully EZA'd, are LR numbers. He's ridiculous for this. The new Sworn Enemies category, he fits on perfect. Running him side by side with the new Frieza LR is probably one of the better options you can have. And even with the new third form Frieza, them running those 3 together, especially being one of the third form Frieza being the Sworn Enemies support unit Key 3, 40% I think it is attack and defense. This guy's gonna really shine and do a lot of damage, especially with his link skills. Strongest clan in space, Universal Most Malevolent. If you're looking at all these level 10 link skills, he's going to get a lot of attack and defense. Like, there's a good number here. Plus him being, like I said, LR'd stats. Like, look at these numbers here. These are ridiculous. But if I take back what I said, and I put my list up of units I would grab, it'd still be the GT, Goku, and Vegeta 1 and 2. The Cooler and him would be tied for 3 if you don't have them. And then 4 would be the Frieza we just went over. I don't think there's really anybody on the Goku's banner that like I said, that I'd really put ahead of him. Let me go back and just double check if there's someone I'm missing that I don't. No, see, he'd be 1, Vegeta would be 2, Cooler 3, and that Transforming Frieza 3. Him maybe 4 with the Fizz Vegeta Frieza, but that's about it. The Angel Frieza. The rest of these, until we get his EZA, until he's fully EZA'd, I don't think he's worth it. But if you're going to prepare for the EZA, then yes, he's definitely worth it. But by now, he's been out for 2 years, so you guys probably have a bunch of them. But that was a long episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode, which we will be going over the Goku's EZA now that we got the Friezas as well. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.